Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and join me here in Transport Fever Tycoon once again, all an aeroplane silhouette. I do love that you get all this mix of traffic on the ground, in the air, across the water in this game, especially when they come together in a certain environment. Anyway, before I get too carried away by being impressed by the game, a quick heads up and thank you to G. George, who commented on the last video bringing my attention to something that I'd obviously just been ignoring. I hadn't noticed because, yeah, I don't notice obvious things like this. Is the amount of visual aberration that is possible, particularly on these large sections of track. Another silhouette of a plane. Sorry, yeah, I'm just getting constantly distracted. Who suggested a couple of solutions that might work to improve that. Now I have changed. I'm not saying I've improved. I have changed and increased a number of the graphic settings of my game, which I think have reduced the amount of aberrations that we're getting here. But it's not entirely eliminated it. But I hope that is sufficient to make it less painful or less annoying to watch for those of you who are eagle-eyed and spot obvious things that I don't spot. Anyway, I do actually want to change. Yes, I know I spent not all. I spent a lot of the last episode rebuilding the approach into, well, this is the western approach into Ajaxima Maxima, our island hub's central hub station for passengers. I spent a lot of the last episode rebuilding all this, and I'm not happy with it. No, I think I can do it a little bit better, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll probably do that in the next episode. So rather than spend two concurrent episodes doing the same thing, I thought we'll mix things up a little bit here. And the first thing I want to check here, we've got a big plan, which we'll come to in a moment, but I want to address an issue here of aging vehicles. We've actually got some quite old trains here. I don't think I'm actually going to fix any of these. No, they're not on my hit list for today's episode. But these road vehicles, yeah, we're going to take a look at this line, which was initially just delivering Conmat into Fukushima. And as you can see, Conmat is one of its principal cargo demands, and still is. And there's a small demand now for some secondary freight, food, and that's machines, isn't it, which we're not really fulfilling. And these vehicles are getting very old, and they're not keeping up with supply, if not the demand. If we come here to the truck stop, yeah, it's overflowing. I've had to add on more and more of these cargo buildings to take that. But having looked at Fukushima's sort of what's the word I'm looking for? The geography of demand. Is there a term for that? I don't know. If there is, then do please let me know in the comments box below. If we look at the cargo demand layout, our cargo stop here covers quite a lot of it. But yeah, you can see all these sort of bright blue and bright yellow buildings. It's covering quite a lot, but not all of it. So there's a good section of the goods demand and less so the food. But the food demand also isn't being entirely covered. So what I'm thinking is I'll actually change this into two routes. One delivering the commercial demand into the city, and the other delivering the industrial demand, the Conmat and the machines. So we're going to need a new cargo route. And as you know, I like to make sure they don't interfere with my other routes. All the routes can run independently and don't get stuck behind the other vehicles stopping in the road. So I think we can put we can easily put a cargo delivery stop here. And what I'd like to, I suppose, is increase the capacity or the speed of that road. So we'll go there, we will go to upgrade, we will change it to what's that? That is a 31 mile an hour as opposed to 19. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, these roads are slow as well. Let's improve these, certainly for our bus routes. Oh yes. Okay, because I am playing this game honestly in hard mode. I can show you the settings if you don't believe me, but if you're with me from the beginning when we set this game up, that's 500,000. Only 2 buildings removed, but 8 be moved. That's fine. And when we set the game up, I wanted to challenge myself economically, see if that was a real challenge within the game. And it was to start with, but once you've achieved a sound financial footing and got your routes into regular profit, then yeah, you can spend money to your heart's content, as I'm doing here by upgrading the roads. Anyway, let's get rid of that. We want to put in a new cargo stop. So we need a building. We need a cargo building. It's just going to be a drop off. We're in 1937. We've not actually moved forward in time much over these last 2 episodes. I do tend to roll forward probably about 9 to 12 months between episodes, but I've not done that here because there's various things I do want to fix before we get too far into the future. My sense is that these sort of poles, these sort of signs, are a bit more modern than 37, so I'm going to stick with the old-fashioned wooden drop-off. Is it wooden? Yeah. Oh, well, I'll assume it's wooden anyway. So where will you... Okay, so the demand is down here. So what we could do, if I put you there, yeah, that covers a fair chunk of the demand, I think. So we'll put you there. That is good. And I think we might move this stop, actually. So I think, yeah, if we move that to there. Now, if I delete that stop, that's Chawai Street. I do apologise again for my inability to pronounce many foreign names. If I put you there, yeah, I think you're coming a broader section and you're a bit further away from the other stops, so you don't interfere, don't overlap. Good, it's kept the name, so it's on the same route. And again, that cargo route is not interfering with the passenger route, the bus route. Now, I think I should be able to improve that platform, or yeah, build on that other platform there, so we can cope with 2 routes. Now, if you're on the right hand side, so you're going in from that direction, so I want my how much are we going to need here? I think, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little building in here like so. Can I then delete that? No, it deletes all of them. Okay, so I want a little building. You can go there, and a little house for the... Do we... actually, no, we do have a house on the other side. We'll have a house there. Yeah, that side's around the wrong way, isn't it, really? Can I delete that? I think I probably could, actually, but we're not going to do that just yet till I've got all this sorted out. So we'll put you there. Let's create our brand new cargo route. It's going to be a new line. It's going to be food and machines. We'll use that. I'd like to use silver or something like that for the machines, but that simply won't show up, will it? So we are going from here to that stop there. And that's workable, I think. Yeah, you're not getting stuck behind anything, but it might be quicker to come in or out that way. But we'll let the town work that out for itself. But I want the trucks to go through straight through the station, so I'm going to need a waypoint, aren't I? Of course, as usual. Oh. Yeah, well, we'll have a... I like these signs now. Is that going to go in the right direction? Oh, I can't put it there. I wanted it there. Could put it... No. Okay, we'll put that there. So it goes in that direction. So this new line, after the brickworks, it can go to there. Good, and you both traverse the truck stop without turning around, which is what we like to see. Well, this line is actually going to be called... Actually, I'm calling it Fukushima Commercial. So I suppose I could colour them blue and yellow, couldn't I? To maintain that sort of zoning colour motif. But I'm not going to do that. We'll leave it as that sort of dark... I'm going to call it dark grey, but we both know it's black, don't we? Yeah. We might as well have this filling up. we're waiting for not too long before the vehicles depart. That's good. We need some vehicles. Now, on the other line, do we have any of these vehicles which are carrying commercial product? You are, so you can go onto the commercial line. Actually, I'll change the name of the Conmat one as well, so that's industrial. So you're on there as well. And these are very old vehicles, so they're going to be upgrading soon, aren't they? Your Conmat. I'll leave you on Conmat. Oh. No. Yeah, I'll leave you on Combat. I'm just thinking. Actually, what I could do is specify on the line what they're picking up, can't I? Do I want to do that? I always get lost and confused when I do that sort of thing, when I get too specific. Okay, so you're there. What do we have on the other line? Oh, just the one vehicle? I thought I moved 2 over. Oh, no, let's put you on there then. Oh, I probably sold it, didn't I, rather than moving it over? Yeah, daft beggar, honestly. So, we're going to upgrade all these vehicles anyway. So these vehicles are going to be upgraded. You are currently the Benz, which is that one. 7 at 25. And actually the dump truck... No, the dump truck won't work for us, will it? No, because it's not carrying anything we're delivering. These Russian vehicles could work. You don't need to go that fast. So we don't have roads that fast in the town. So yeah, I think the Blitz will do fine. Carrying 12, it's carrying more anyway. It'll be more expensive, but what the heck? I think this route is nicely profitable. So we're going to replace all of you. Good. And what we'll do for these vehicles, we're going to change their colour to that. That's good. And we're going to replace you with the same thing. The Blitz, the Opel Blitz tarpaulin. And we'll duplicate you. And again, we will see what happens then. I just want to check this old line. Yeah, I have set that up. Minimum stop time, no, we don't need that. We probably don't need a maximum weight either, to be honest, because there's so much to pick up from there. The other thing I wanted to do around Fukushima was deal with the train line here. These are quite old trains, and I think... Oh, the Chuffer Puffer, yes! A name suggested by Steve M4, also the man responsible for the Abandoned video series here on YouTube. If you're interested in old infrastructure in the UK, then do check out Abandoned. There's lots of fascinating history that he discovers around there, mostly around trains and stuff, but not always. Anyway, yes, he suggested a name for the train. I think he was being slightly sarcastic, but I go take him at his word. And if you feel like naming anything on the map here, a vehicle, a route, an industry, even a town, then just drop a note into the comments box below. Anyway, stop waffling on and deal with this issue. So there's 158 waiting in Fukushima to go to Ajaxpost, and returning 117. Okay, yeah, I think these trains could do with an upgrade. So let's do that. We're not configuring the station. We are managing the vehicles on this line. And what are you at the moment? You're probably relatively slow, I imagine, aren't you? Oh, you can go 50. Okay. Though we can do 62 now. And I'm wondering, do we want to put on... I mean, the thing I'm thinking of here is that Fukushima is kind of a bit of a distance. Now, we do have electrics... Actually, we do have electrics going to Izmir, which is also kind of a distance, isn't it? So we could electrify that line. But I think if we're electrifying out that way, we'll want to electrify more. As you can see, we've got 4 passenger lines going... 4? At least 3. So 3. At least 3 lines going there, passenger-wise. and it also intersects with some freight lines as well. So I don't think I want one route which is electrified, not at this point. We'll electrify a lot more of the map before we get into that. So we'll stick with steam, I think. And what do we have down here? What's new? 53. Ooh, and you're quite powerful compared to... Oh, these are very old, well, obviously very old, and not very powerful trains. Which ones were you? Yeah, I think they've gone out of use now. They don't appear in the depot anymore. So we could use the D51 with a red number plate. We could do that. We can go up to 62. What passenger wagons do we have? Let's do these by speed. So down here we've got 62s, 62s. Aha, some Japanese wagons which would match the Japanese locomotive, which go at 59. Yeah, we've got a whole variety of them. And you. But which ones have I used? We're using the Putilov at the moment, which carries 14, so yeah, it's not great, is it? I think, yeah, we'll use these. They're new. Are they new? Oh, not that new. 1929, 1910. Oh yeah, 1927. Okay, we'll use the Oha Series 31. You carry more people. Yeah, we can do you. We'll do you. Okay, so the locomotive we want is that 53 one, which was this big... oh, I've got a choice now. The red number plates. As we could have a locomotive which goes at 62. Do we have one which is suitably powerful and Japanese? And the answer, of course, is no. Oh, we'll use you then. Yeah, Mr. Red locomotive plate thing, whatever. I'll put one of you on. And the passenger wagons are going to be these... which ones I've lost. These here. So you carry 20, 20, 20, 18. Okay, so we'll take you. You are just whatever you are. Yeah, you don't have a particularly detailed description. Okay, we'll add you. 1, 2, 3. We have a 30, which takes 18. Oh, we've got some in reverse. Okay. No, we'll add one of you. I think you're different. Oh, maybe that's third and second class or something. And then we'll add one of you as well. 30. We've still got a good performance. Excellent. It carries 98 and they're not that long, so I think that will work. And it'll cost me 18 million. Go for it. Job done. So, should we follow the Chuffer Puffer? What am I going to do when we get into diesel if I electrify this line? I'll probably put diesel on, to be honest. But what will we do? Oh yeah. You're an impressive looking locomotive, aren't you? I like you. And the wagons? They're probably different. That is excellent. Okay, so that's Fukushima dealt with. Now, the main project we're going to do today... Where am I? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong end of the map. Right, the main project we're going to deal with here is getting our plastics factory, our chemical plant here, connected to the goods factory here. We don't yet have a source for the steel. As we discussed, I think, in the last episode, we'll probably put one down over here, where we have coal mines and relatively close iron ore mines, which we're not currently using. Or we could find some other sources of raw materials. We could place an ore mine somewhere else if we wanted to. But this forest looks like it should be a forest, shouldn't it, really? Yes. So what I'm planning to do is change this station. So we'll take goods from here. I don't think... Actually, I'll test that out. If we can get... Shall I test that now? I can do that now without too much trouble. So it's a country road. We'll take just a simple cheap one. If I go from there going to... Oh, you're not a proper building, are you? If I connect you to there, that's not the station though, is it? Okay, fine. Okay, we're going to come out of here. Are you going to connect? No, you're connecting to the industry. I want you to connect. Oh, bother. Okay, might put a building on the other. If I can make it so that that industry can connect to this train station, I might find a way of doing that. That'll be simplest. Then I can just simply have trains going out of here. Otherwise, I'll put in a small truck route which takes the plastic into the train station here. The issue we've got is that yeah, my own lack of foresight is this sort of road station here will need to change because we can't get track out of there easily with these roads in these positions. So that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, a quick hello to Mad Trucker, who gave us the 4 Aces Food Transport Company, who were taking food from the DNBN food processor here into our network over here. It was intending to send food into the NBN food, which it kind of does, but it actually sends more out into our main freight hub. But Mad Trucker commented the other day, could we have a quick check to make sure that my trucks are profitable? I'm very happy to say they are. Not hugely, but they've only been running for 2 years, and it's quite a complex network we've got for sending stuff around the whole map. But they have caught on. They are getting goods shipped out, and as you can see, yep, they've turned the business now. They are making a nice amount of money. So we'll keep an eye on them every now and then. But anyway, that's by the by. Let's track on to the speed build, and I will build this new freight route out to the goods factory from Rangpur. And I'll see you on the other side of the speed build. Well, we have our new line ready. Yeah, I think that should work. The thing is, because we're not shipping anything out of the goods factory here, then the demand for plastics is always going to be fairly low. A maximum of 100, I'd guess, something along those lines. So we're not going to need a big expensive train running that line. Not that we're getting a huge amount out of... Good grief, no, not at all. Not getting a huge amount out of here. But then again, if the plastics isn't demanded, then why would they send the oil here? So hopefully having another consumer line added in, another consumer added into the industry chain, then we might get better profitability. Well, profitability at all will be good on this particular line. Yes, it's not good. Not good at all. But I want to keep the frequency up so that it sort of prompts it to bring oil in. So where are we going to get our train from? We've got a depot up here. You should be able to deliver to that. Do we have... We don't have a crossover here to get onto that line. So we're going to need to put in... Let's get you out of there. Yeah, we're going to need a little bit of extra track here. Can I do that? So where's that? Ah, there it is. Can I get that over there? Too much curvature, it says. Rawr. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Okay, well, try that again. Can I put you in? Yeah, you'll be slower, but you might work. That is actually quite a bit of curvature. But it's happy with that. That's excellent. So we should now be able to get a train from all the way down there, all the way up to that line. He said hopefully. Bit of a trek, but I mean I could cheat of course and put in an extra depot, but you know, you wouldn't do that, would you? In the real world. As if this is a real world. Yeah. Okay, so we want a... We have got electric, but you're reasonably powerful actually. Not very fast. Actually, that's not a bad shout, 'cause it's not a very long route. Yeah, I say that, but yeah, it might warrant a slightly faster train than that. Again, we've still got no diesels yet. I really wish I knew when the diesels turned up. Of course, if I knew anything about trains, I could tell you that. But as you probably know, I don't. Okay, we got the. You know, you're not very good, are you? Top speed. Let's go for top power. Power. There you go. So we've got the big Russians. We've got this. Yeah, we've got this train we used for the Fukushima line, didn't we? If we put on the one without the red number plate, yeah, you could work. You're faster than the electric, aren't you? Yes, and you're not quite as powerful, which is why you're cheaper. A little bit cheaper. And I've lost you again. You're down here somewhere. There you are. So we'll add you. And we are carrying... Of course, we don't actually have any passenger wagons. Sorry, passenger. We don't have any cargo wagons that go faster than 50 anyway, do we? So we don't... Well, apart from these passenger wagons, which don't really count. Sorry, but they don't. No, we're carrying plastic, that's what we're carrying. So you carry 12, you carry 8, we'll take the box car. Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll put 5 on there, which is 60, which is probably well more than we need at this point in time, but we'll buy you. Can I put you onto the Rangpur line? Plastics bulk. Oh, it says I can. Awesome. It's going to take you a while to get up there. In the meantime, I could do some smoothing, couldn't I? Right, now that's what I want. And make it a bit bigger. And stronger. There you are, that's much nicer. Okay, so I will wait for that train to get into position and do a bit more of this. And I'll come back to you on the other side of a sexy video effect. And we'll see if there's actually any plastic to be taken to the far island, the other side of Rangpur. I'll see you in a blink of a sexy video effect. Well, here we have it. Our train is arriving at Rangpur Farm, and there. So who? What? Why is grain bulk? Oh no, grain bulk is going to be taking that plastic back here to the food factory to be loaded onto these 4 Aces transport trucks to be sent out here to the DMBN Food Exchange and then shipped back out to the hub for onward distribution elsewhere. I'm not sure I want that. I want all this plastic to go to that factory. So I'm going to edit Rangpur bulk line here and say, I don't like doing this, I don't want you to load any plastic at all. There. Good. Is that... Now that 3 is probably going to sit there forever now until it gradually expires. But anyway, our train has pulled up at Rangpur Farm. He's going to carry, is it 6? 6. Okay, the next truck will probably arrive at some point. No, where? Oh, you don't. Of course you don't, do you? Yeah, the trucks don't turn up here. They go there. Right, that train will wait there for a minute. In the meantime, though, as you noticed, we've got our final demands coming in for the town of DMBN Phu. The 5th and 6th demands for goods and for fuel. Oh heck, we've got fuel coming in. Oh, we've got fuel here. We could supply that from there, couldn't we? We could put a truck route in. I might do that. Although the fuel demand here is quite small, it's only 16. That's 1.5 lorries, isn't it? Basically. But that could increase. If we supply the demand, the likelihood is it will increase. Which I think is basically the way the game AI works. Could do that in goods, of course, so we might want to get this goods factory up and going soon. Yeah, okay, I'll think on that and we'll work out how to do that. I think we're going to end this episode here, I think, for the moment. Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs uppy button. That would be wonderful. Even better. Still nothing going to commercial. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed with that. Yeah. Very disappointed. Oh no, they are carrying some stuff. Oh, excellent. Right. Yeah, demand will take off. Yeah, so I was about to say, yes, thank you for joining me today. If you feel like saying anything about what I'm doing with the game, recommendations, suggestions, corrections of any mistakes I've made, or if you feel like having anything named in honour of something either of yourself or of something you're particularly keen on, or a reference you would like to see in the game, then please do. Whatever you feel like saying, just drop it into the comments box below. That would be awesome. Other than that, of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. I love these this funky new set of Chinese road crossings I've got. Level crossings, that's what they're called, isn't it? As we saw when we were doing the speed build. Anyway, yes. So you can hit that subscribe button, and then you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, until the next time, bye-bye for now.